Alright, back in the zone. Unicorn, you still have control over Algernon? Did I leave that in your
I
control?
think so. Let me see.
If not, I can change it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay. So you guys had just gained access. And McKellen had stepped inside. And the quote-unquote doorman introduced himself. I gotta get the full name. As Hugh, Artificial Life Form 43Z-238. And he's the one standing right there in the center. I didn't describe. So, Trace, you will recognize him as a type of protocol droid. More used for administration and organization. Purposes. But he looks in a decent state of repair. And judging by the durability of this facility, and just based on what he was saying about expecting Commander Thomas to return, he has been here since the calamity. So he hasn't been exposed to the elements. Also inside are a couple of guard robots who have remained in position. And that is right where we ended. So Hugh looks at you, McKellens. You are not Commander Thomas. Are you his representative?
I would be honored to be considered such, but I'm not sure whether or not he would will that, having never met the man. But I am a loyal, devout follower of the ancients.
Splendid. Well, you do have the code, so you are permitted access into here. How may I be of service to you?
Well, if we might be allowed entrance to this holy site, we would appreciate it. And we have injured. We have a mechanical with us. Trace requires assistance if possible.
Oh.
And we are also looking for a vessel capable of sailing the frequency.
A vessel sailing the frequency. You speak rather strangely.
I apologize.
Do you wish to go on the water?
The water of the air. There is a technology of the ancients whereby the speech of mankind could travel through the air.
Oh, you mean the radio facility. I understand. That was an interesting way of putting it. I may be able to help you. But first, and he turns to Trace. Oh my, you have taken a beating. What did you do to yourself? How did you let yourself get in this state? This is...
Well, we encountered some hostiles, but before that, parts were not easy to come by where I came from.
Was that the noise we heard just a short while ago? Well, actually it was a day ago, to be honest, because you guys have been chilling.
Indeed, that was. There was a group of organics called Raiders here.
Ah, yes. I was speaking to them a couple of days ago. They were very rude.
Indeed, they are.
Well, do come in.
We fear these raiders, the Hell Riders, may be heading north to interfere with some fellow mechanicals that have recently landed within the zone. At a place we know as the Sky Wheel.
Hmm. Well. Oh, I see you have a couple of pets with you. We don't normally allow pets in here.
No, they are not pets. They are our friends. Please don't call them pets.
I think
They do not like that.
Orson would probably speak at this point. I am not a pet. A talking bear. Interesting. Is it an animatronic?
I do not know this word.
Is it a mechanical term that you use?
No, Orson is flesh and blood.
Oh my, and there's a toad.
Algernon walks in, his tongue just like laughing out. Hello.
It talks as well.
Yes, Algernon is a human toad. The ancients have blessed him with the powers of a toad.
I
And
go up and
he's-
I lick Hugh.
He's giving Connie and Liz a bit of a look too, because they do not look normal. Well, come in. We must shut the door. It is terrible outside. Big old bear comes through. I should make Orson's token bigger than the rest.
I think Albert's the only one that actually looks normal.
He is, because his mutations are all on the inside. Let's see if this makes Orson look. Didn't change him. Not to where it kept it.
Looks like my token's bigger than normal.
There we go.
There we go.
Whoa, Orson, that big.
That'll represent the size of a big bear. Let's move him over to here. And Hugh goes to... He presses a button near the door and the door closes shut. Now we are inside. Safe from the outdoors. He looks to you, McKellen. How may I be of service?
Well, there are many things. As I say, if you would be capable of assisting with Trace's repairs and allow us to sail the frequency. Also, this Commander Thomas, of whom you speak, he must surely be an ancient. The last you saw him, did he tell you anything of Eden? Of a place of safety and...
I don't recall any mention of the word Eden in my memory banks. But as far as repairs go, we lost our maintenance droid some time ago. Years it has been. However, we three do have some basic repair skill. There is, if you follow me, we do have a bit of a maintenance section here, although I haven't been in here in some time.
Thank you, Hugh.
And you come into here, and what you're immediately seeing is this large military vehicle parked in the center. Now, around the edge are computer systems that are powered up. You can see lights and such. And you find down in the lower section there, because there's stairs going down into where the vehicle is, it looks like drawers and such for tools. You've seen similar things in Pontiac's garage. And then you see a large double door at the opposite end, which will correspond with the door that had the tarpaulin in front of it on the outside.
I do
Oh,
believe Pontiac very much liked this space.
say that again. Saul, I didn't hear you.
Ah, I do believe Pontiac would very much like this place.
Orson in the background. Yeah, that's an understatement.
It looks like the loudest of wagons.
Orson would be all about this, wouldn't he? He'd be, oh, yeah.
Orson wouldn't have to sit in the back seat in that one.
Was this vehicle designed for bears?
No, I'm afraid. Designed for battle. It was a armored personnel carrier is what they refer to it as. It transported troops down to the front line. This has seen some battle. I'm afraid our maintenance droid went missing before he could repair it. I don't believe he ever finished it, but
My condolences for your loss.
yes. He went looking for parts and never returned. That's been nearly 100 years ago. But I keep this place cleaned and tidy. You never know. He could return at any point.
If we ever find any sign of him in the zone, we will be sure to send word.
That would be
You connect us very
fantastic.
well.
That would be absolutely fantastic. Oh yes, I forgot to mention to you. Both of the guard robots on their chassis, you see numerous melted spots or disintegrated spots, almost like would you know what this is? I don't know if you ever would have encountered it. For players, it'd be acid burns.
It's acid rain.
Ah, yes, you would
I've
know
seen
that.
the acid rain. Yeah.
Of course, you would know that. Yes. So it looks like they were hit with concentrated bursts of acid rain instead of all over, like a section, like part of a chest here or a leg. On both of them. They still seem to be functional mechanically, but perhaps some of the armor is gone. Or you see some signs of repairs, but you can still see the burn. Now, this is Hugh. Let's see about getting you repaired. There is, where you're standing, Trace, our maintenance droid kept a number of bits of scrap and spare parts. And you might find some on the opposite side of the room as well in some of those containers and cabinets. If you can find some parts that you think would fit with your armor, I will see about repairing you myself.
Ah, much appreciated.
I will prepare the computer systems.
Well,
So, the vehicle, Algernon, you've climbed on top of it. And Orson
Yes,
is scanning around the perimeter of it. Rand would have come in as well. I'll bring him in there slowly. He's coming through the walls.
I'm watching Hugh on the computer terminal and all.
And Kodiaks are making themselves at home in the chairs. There's 3 chairs. They're tired. All right. You see, Algernon, there's I'm trying to describe it. A circular sort of wheel on top, like a metal ring. Looks kind of similar to the controls in the cars that allow you to steer it. And it comes to a central hub, and then there's a larger disc around that. And what Orson and Ran are seeing is along the side, there looks to be like some sort of a door. In the front are narrow little windows that peer into the darkness on the inside. On the top, Algernon, towards the front of the vehicle from your position, you see what looks like a giant gun. Much bigger than the shotgun that Trace carries. But it must be a gun because it's shaped similarly. But it's different on the back end. It's boxy. And
I would be respectful in investigating that. The ancients used it to carry personal things.
Hugh, you see, is punched a lot into the computer systems, and some of the words you've captured is diagnostic repair systems. It's like a word up over the top of it, and there's a lot of numbers and data, and it says awaiting input. Have you been successful, Trace?
I have found some useful pieces of scrap that could repair my armor.
Excellent. Well, come on up and we will connect you and see what I can do for you. Though I'm afraid I'm not nearly as good as our maintenance droid. He would have you in perfect shape.
I'm sure you will do an excellent job. While I'm down here, I want to see if in any of this stuff they have a wrench that I could get for Pontiac, since he broke his fixing me last time.
Oh, clever. Yes, you easily find something that looks like what he had, or close to it. You find all kinds of tools in excellent condition. They're not rusty and battered like the tools that Pontiac has.
Oh, I'm gonna grab it and ask you, may I have this? The person who usually repairs me broke his last time, and he would be awful grateful to have a replacement.
I believe I might have more than one of those, and I might be able to part with it. However, I might have a favor to ask of you in a moment. But let's get you
Okay.
repaired first. entirely forget. I got so many game systems in my head, guys. Can you get help with the roll?
Think so?
Um,
That's generally is a thing.
Help from others, here it is. Yeah, it's just a +1 mine, you get a maximum +3. Alright. Okay. Now, I would ask your assistance, Trace, since you know your own systems better than me. But first, let's connect you and have an analysis. Here, this won't hurt a bit. And he plugs a cable into you. And the computer screen is flashing numbers. Oh, I see. Rand is busy inspecting the vehicle and doesn't realize what's going on. So we'll have a bonus. Damn, I did the wrong thing. And we'll have gear bonus. Alright, here we go. Two points of armor have been repaired.
all right.
This will actually take a couple of hours to do. It's normally a 4-hour process, but you've got an accelerated program here. So, the whole time he's working, he's asking you, so what is your function?
I'm a protocol droid like
Oh.
yourself.
Fascinating. And where are you assigned? What division?
Well, I came from Mechatron, but
Oh, yes.
things were not going well there.
Really? We had supplies for
Yes.
Mechatron. Oh, it's been centuries, but they used to supply some of our systems, some of our equipment.
Yes,
I believe
equipment
you have
there is
often
starting
spoke
to
of Megatron.
fail.
Sorry, two of you talked at once. I couldn't hear, understand.
I don't believe you've often spoke of Megatron, Trace. What troubles are occurring there?
Well, equipment breaking down and finding parts is all but impossible.
What about
Lots of the other
Go ahead.
lots of the other mechanicals there have become aware like myself, but are too afraid to do anything.
What is the administration like? Surely they are guiding still? This is you.
Well, all the creators are gone. We don't know where they went. So a lot of the mechanicals still want or need orders to be given from the organics. It's very strange situation.
That explains a lack of response to my communications and why we have not received any supplies for years. Thank you for this information, Trace.
You are most welcome.
There, that's part of your armor restored. Now let's work on your leg armor. So what are all of you doing out here? Where do you
We're on
live?
we have a home we know as the runway. It is not too far from here. An island. And we're out here on a mission of diplomacy and discovery.
Diplomacy.
Yes, there are humans living in the deep, in the catacombs left by the ancients long ago. And it was they that gave us the first wind of this frequency,
Oh yes, you
knowing,
mentioned.
knowing what little I do of the ancients' technologies. I knew that the great bowls upon this place might be used to sail the frequency to find where these numbers refer to. And I'll check my notes. Does the name Alpha 927.532 mean anything to you, Hugh?
Only that it is a frequency within the radio frequency spectrum. But what it connects to, I do not know.
Once you have assisted Trace, would you be willing to help us locate this?
I will certainly do what I can. There is a bit of a complication. That was Orson rolling a comprehend roll.
What manner of complication?
And Orson. This car is very different. I'm not sure how it works. He's completely uninterested in what you're doing. He's more interested in this vehicle. Hugh continues. Well, the radio controls are down below. However, there is a problem with down below. Something has happened, and I have sealed it off. There are organic creatures that have taken control of the lower level. They are rather dangerous.
The Morlocks?
Morlock? What is a... I know
They
not.
are savage mutants.
These are quite savage, but they are quadrupedal and they spit acid.
Can I try it? Would it be know the zone for animals? Conscious roll.
Yeah.
Sure.
Single success. You hold on. You have heard of some creatures who do fit the description. Quadrupedal, quite large actually. Their shoulder height is about the height of a man. furry and bony protrusions on the skull.
I have heard tell of such creatures. Perhaps our stalker Connie will know more. But... And they have infested the lower levels.
Yes, I'm not sure if they're... I thought Commander Thomas was working on an experiment. And left unattended, it has evolved. Since the last trip down there to try to contain it, I have sealed this section off. Oh, and you also note that they have some sort of an acid that they produce. You don't know much more detail than that. So, as to that favor, Trace, I was wondering if you and your friends might be willing to deal with the infestation.
Well, with that, I look around at everyone and, well, they have been so kind to help us. I believe we should help them. Do you all agree?
I certainly do. I think our interests and goals are aligned in this.
And I would gladly
Yes,
give
and
you
if you
that
want to use
wrench.
their
And if you want this armored personnel carrier, although I don't believe it works, but I have no use for it here. And Commander Thomas is long overdue.
At the mention of getting the personnel carrier, you see Orson perk up.
I'm in.
Oh, I'm sure if we told Pontiac there were new things he could come play with.
Who is this Pontiac?
He is the one who helps us with repairs. He's the one I would like to acquire this wrench for.
Lack will be here soon, guys.
Yeah, if we could get him out here, he could help with any repairs you might have. I saw some damage to the other droids.
You have a maintenance droid?
We have a maintenance raccoon. It is like a badger.
You can see he's having
Yeah.
trouble processing this. A talking
He's
bear,
an animal, but a
a
very
talking
smart
toad,
animal.
and a raccoon who can repair. Much has changed in the world since Commander Thomas has departed us.
Indeed. We could also check with our friends at Skywheel.
Yes,
There are more
I would like to
mechanicals
connect
there.
the two of you.
Fascinating. Fascinating meeting you folk. I think...
You mentioned Commander Thomas's experiments. Was he a researcher in mutations before the calamity?
I do not know. He was actually the administrator of this place, but... Others worked here as well. They all departed in such a hurry.
The Eden, no doubt.
I am not certain. It was a very terrible time. There was a lot of violence in the world.
Yes, although we know little of the calamity, the devastation it wrought is evident in the outside world.
There were many factions that faced off against one another. Such a terrible state and a lot of destruction. Needless, really. who am I? I am a protocol droid assigned to administer this building, this facility. There, that should do it. I'm afraid that's the best I can do. But I seem to have repaired some of your defenses. How does it feel?
It is much appreciated. Feels wonderful. Definitely better than what it was and what I could do on my own.
Excellent. Well, I could work further if you wanted to, although time, I mean, you've all just arrived. You must, those of you who are not mechanical may wish to rest. I could let you into Commander Thomas's quarters. I have maintained that and kept it clean for his arrival, but I fear now that he may not be returning.
To be allowed there would be an honor, and we will treat the quarters with the respect deserved.
Follow me.
Can I have Algernon like climb inside the?
Make a comprehend roll.
May as well push it. Oh.
You figured out that the controls that's used to make the loud wagons change direction on this vehicle, they open the top round door. And with a hiss that makes you jump slightly because you think it might be a snake, but it's not. It pops open. And you see a ladder descending down into the darkness below. Although there's enough light in here that light creeps down into it. And you can see that the inside is very metallic. Two rows of seating near the back. Some shelving with boxes, metallic boxes on them. And then a narrow passageway up towards the front and another seat, followed by, I see a seat at like a desk, and then you see another seat beyond that with quite a few controls around it of some sort.
Algernon's just like fascinated.
And Orson would be like, "What, you got in?" And climbs up.
Climb up.
Oh yeah. And he squeezes in. There. This is Hugh. Here you are. This is Commander Thomas's quarters.
Very grand.
Yes, he did like to keep it nice. And I have kept it for him. Now, here is a lift, and he points to here, that I have sealed off that takes you down below. over here goes into his office, and which in turn leads into his bedroom and restroom facilities. You may make yourselves at home in here, although I would ask that you not disturb any of his personal effects.
Of course, we will treat these quarters with respect.
The Kodiaks, 3 of them come in and make themselves at home.
Bonnie, do you happen to know of a quadrupedal creature with bony protrusions that spits acid? It might dwell underground.
Nope. Let's see.
That is what we may be dealing with.
Oh, she's hurt herself. No, I have not encountered that on
No.
any of my travels. Need to reduce her mutation points. Forgot to do that. Oh, and I also forgot to do that at the very start. Where is it? There we go.
Nice.
I always forget that. And you guys usually remind me. Alright. Let's see if Liz knows anything. She's not. It's not really her thing, but it's worth a roll. Definitely not.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And Halbert. Definitely
Wow. That's so funny.
It's a new creature.
Right. I will leave you to this. And I will go back into the entryway. Let me know if I can be of further assistance.
Thank you, Hugh. Soon we will descend and deal with this problem and find the answers we seek. I start having a look around.
Let's see.
When Hugh comes back into the lobby, I'm gonna ask him, is there a place where my companion and I could recharge?
Yes, actually, there are several places. He points out receptacles here in the entryway, and then he points out all along the perimeter up on the walkway, and there are receptacles in the maintenance garage. That data mine roll there is Ran figuring out how to use this APC. And is now teaching Orson and Algernon all about it.
Well, I'm gonna call down to him. When you are done playing with y'all new toy, there are receptacles all around should you need to charge. And I'm gonna plug myself in.
Right. Perhaps we should go back to the runway. And then by the time we get back to here, Lack will be with us.
Sounds good.
What's charged?
So I've drawn everyone to that map. However, you could select to go back through your map selectors at the top, should you wish to stay on that map. Well, can't seem to. Hold on, having a problem with the map for the recording. There we go. Now I do completely forget the time of day from the last game. I don't know why. Some of these small details sometimes just escape me, but I know it wasn't morning time.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So you had finished your meeting, Vinny, and I can't remember where you went afterwards. Did you not go and have a scrying moment? I can't remember now.
Yeah, I scried and saw the elder being murdered.
Ah, yes.
And then I think you talked about opening up. We were gonna have an impromptu assembly.
Yes, that's right. Sorry. Also, we need to determine your mutation.
Oh, I forgot.
So there is let's see. Mutations. Rollable table, although I might have you re-roll it if it creates something that's a little bit weird to have. Does it make sense? Do you wish to roll it? Do you
Yeah,
know-
I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
Page 71.
Yeah, there's a rollable table in Beastmaster.
Beastmaster.
What is that one? I can't remember that one right now.
Well, I think that might be the animal table.
He can't.
Yeah. Using telepathy, control unintelligent animals and monsters. If a creature has no wits within near range, spend MP equal to the strength divided by 4 of the creature to slave them to your will for 30 minutes. Weird. I don't even remember reading that one when I was looking through the list.
Well, 52 to 66 says it's reroll, so is that in an extra book?
There is other publications, and I've added them into this roll.
Nice.
There's like 5 new mutations that came in some other books. I want to. That one's okay. I'd like for you to roll it again. I'd rather have a choice, but I'd rather not just be a pick whichever mutation you want
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Oh my god, really? Reroll. Why is reroll even a thing? Like, that's so...
Puppeteer fits probably very, very well. Probably too well.
McKellen, aren't you a puppeteer?
Mhm.
Oh no, it was Sixter was puppeteer.
I'm a puppeteer as well. I've got
Oh, you are. Okay, I thought
Yep,
so.
that's it.
You just don't use it as much as your mind reading.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's the one. That fits Vinny perfectly. You've been doing things trying to manipulate people, and it just opened up this latent ability. This makes you even more dangerous.
Is such a thing possible?
Yeah, really? Just completely upended the balance.
Oh man, it does fit my theme pretty damn well.
Yeah, Beastmaster is random, too random for me. It's like suddenly you haven't been around creatures at all, and suddenly, I can control creatures that don't seem to exist on the runway, but somehow I have this ability now. Yep. You can just drag that onto your character sheet then.
Wow, you can even force them to, like, kill themselves.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know what you're going to be using that one for.
This'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. In fact, rolling that is changing the plan I was going to have happen.
You don't know what I'm gonna do, Andy.
I have an idea. Let's just... I know what the end game was, but we shall see. Okay. All right. All right. What do I want to? How do I want to handle this? Let's see. We're going to call an assembly straight away. That's what she was going to do. So it's only maybe about 15 minutes since. No, you did it. How long did it do a scry?
Scrying takes at least an hour, but I did it before the meeting.
Oh,
and
that's
I had
right. That's
gone
right.
to-
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. We basically just ended our little meeting, the four of us, and
Yeah.
with Estrina saying to call an assembly.
All right.
Yeah, just with what you scried.
All right. Within about 15 minutes of finishing the meeting, you begin to hear the banging. And as you see people heading towards Arrival's Hall, you can see a bit of confusion on their face, because usually it's Maximon calling a meeting. And they know him to be missing, so that you hear murmurs like, has he returned? Maybe they know where he is. And when you go into Arrival's Hall, it's not quite the normal environment. So you see Estrina and Ascarshan and Marla down in the center. Of course, Maximon isn't there. But there's a little more commotion, a little more animation amongst the people who are gathered there, and a lot of strained necks looking around to see if where others might be. Probably looking for Maximon, trying to figure out what's going on. And it is Ascarshan who steps forward into the center, peers up at everyone, does a slow spin, kind of to look at everyone. Everyone, hear me now. A challenge, perhaps the greatest challenge that we have faced here, has come upon us. Indeed, lately we have had quite a number of challenges. With the murders not too long ago, caused by the infection. Now one of our most trusted members, the leader of one of our strongest gangs, Maximon, has made some decisions that have not been our way. It is not how we have handled things in the past, and we are left with having to make some decisions as to how we handle this. I'm sure most of you know by now, or have at least heard rumors, stories, and I aim to set those straight. Evidence had came to light that Sixter was organizing a coup. There's a lot of murmur and no way sort of things you hear from the people. Maximon was certain of this, and he found evidence to point that. This betrayal angered Maximon, and he sought out justice, and he executed Sixter out on the flats. I witnessed this execution, and nothing that myself or Estrina or Marlot could say would dissuade him. Mob rule like this is not our way. It is not how the Elder taught us. And again, you hear a lot of murmurs, people nodding their heads and looking at each other. Nodding their heads in, like, agreement. We have not made a decision as to what to do with Maximon, but we need to find him. He has disappeared. Is there any that wish to speak about this matter? He looks at you, Vinny. Looks to Estrina and Marlot.
And he would step forward. Maximon has proven that he is not fit to lead our Ark, nor was he ever elected to do so in the Elder's absence. I know some of you continue to support him and would follow him should he choose to leave our Ark. This would be a mistake. Hellriders, an army of them, scour the zone just outside of our home. You would be risking certain death should you leave and follow Maximon in his lunacy. If you know where he is or have an idea of maybe where he might be, please inform Estrina and the Seers. It is for all of our safety that he be found.
A lot of chatter amongst each other. Marlot steps forward. To those of you who feel Maximon's actions deserve punishment, taking it upon yourself to do that punishment is not our way. He is to be brought before the council.
We have talked of forming a tribunal, one which all of the gang leaders and Estrina would sit on, led by Master Marlot here.
She nods.
But we are one united family, our Ark, and we wish to do nothing without the approval of its people. Unlike Maximon, who found himself above the law. Do you, people of the runway, support this tribunal, the forming of this tribunal?
Pounding begins and grows. Some are reluctant, some do not even start to pound. You do notice a few of them are Maximon's people. But enough of majority does approve. Oscarshan steps forward. Then so it is decided. A tribunal is formed. We now need our subject. I therefore nominate Marlot to organize, beyond what she already has done, the army that we fought so hard to build, to search our island for the whereabouts of Maximon. And I hope he has not found a way to leave this island. He comes up to Vinny. Is there anything else? Just quietly. He doesn't say this loud so that everyone can hear.
And he, continues trying to be as loud as he can. Maximon is not the only threat. As we know, the Hell Riders are very near. Should they find us, which we have no doubt that they will eventually, our Ark might be overrun by them. An army is powerful and necessary, but the Lady Marlot, and I'll kind of look to her, has several other initiatives she wishes to put forward that we would be best prepared to defend ourselves and defend our home, and even escape it should we need to. The Kodiaks offer our full support in these endeavors. And then I would want her to make the announcement, but it's Watchtower, Arsenal, Shelter, and traps.
All right. Yeah, I forgot about those. I remember the Watchtowers and the Arsenal, but the rest I didn't remember. Watchtower, Arsenal. Did you say Shelter?
Yeah,
That's one I didn't remember at all.
that's the most important one.
I need to go see what that is. There it is. I forget what it is.
It's tunnels under the Ark, which also let you escape if you ever had to get everybody out or create a shelter against like natural threats.
Or people have pitchforks and torches after you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Marlot steps forward. Vinny is correct. We have an army. We have an island. The two make us able to defend ourselves well, but against an army of well-armed, with high-tech weaponry and loud wagons. They are in our neighborhood. Unless you would know the word neighborhood. They are in the region. And they are hunting. It is only a matter of time. And we need to fully prepare ourselves. I therefore propose that we build a watchtower so that we can see of an advance from a distance. Traps along our border, along the bridge, along perhaps even the checkpoint, across the water. Shelter, places for us to hide in case they do come onto the island. Places that would allow you to escape and go to a place of safety. And finally, an arsenal. Many trips we make to the zone, and we have amassed some weaponry. And I would say, and she looks at you, Vinny, once an arsenal is built, our efforts should be to scout the zone to find more weaponry to equip it. What do you say? People of the runway, what do you say? There's a little bit of a hesitation. Some fear on the people's faces. A lot has changed for them recently. And this is the first major decision made without Maximon. And then they eventually start. Or would I have still the rain effect going? Not there. And they start pounding, 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 pounding. It gets louder, louder, louder. And some fists are raised. Yes. Marlot, barely hiding a smile at the corner of her mouth. She has long pushed for defenses. And she looks at you, Vinny, with admiration. And you don't normally get that, considering the way you look. And approval, and a slight little nod. In game mechanics terms, you've gained an ally. Though you're already working on that one anyway. Oh, you've already dragged them in there. Yeah, that's a lot to be working
Make
on.
your life easier.
Thank you. We have much work to be doing here.
Oh yeah, the Ark is getting to it. Time to become a world power.
Okay, so let's see. Escartion will step forward. With that, let us begin on these projects. And Marlot, please take the lead in the search for Maximon, beyond what you've already done. Assembly dismissed. All right. And let's do... I want to do a roll for the chroniclers. There's one more success needed for ink and paper. So I'm going to let them roll for comprehend. So roll for Estrina with some bonus from some of the other chroniclers. Wow. Well, you have it. Ink and paper is complete. And
Should we have Trace roll the 2d6 since it was her project?
oh, yes. Go ahead, Trace. I forgot it was hers.
Okay.
You can just use it in the dice roller down in the bottom of the chat.
Yeah, gotta find my mouse.
And it's appropriate, but now we can trace.
Literally. Oh, a 6 and a 1. That is so...
The opposite ends of the spectrum, but 7. I'm gonna put...
Me too, culture. I can do it for you. Oh, that's the new bracket of culture, too. That's nice.
Ooh, let's look that up. Let's see. What culture are we at? 22. Wow. Writing skills are more advanced and widespread, so you had the basic level before. There might even be an organized school. There are most likely several forms of cultural expression in the Ark. Cool, we're got bands forming, we're going to have a festival, it's going to be a theater, an art gallery, spoken word. There is, and
Got a school for the non-existent kids.
yeah.
Old zone stock.
Yeah, zone stock. Zone stock 1. There is in the already published campaign they have, it's not Ad Astra, it's not one called Grey Matter. I've got it, but there is within it some stuff to do with theater. Maybe that might be incorporated. Who knows? Anyway. Right, so to be dealt with, so we've got tribunal is fight or comprehend. I need to determine the number of successes. 2 times the number of PCs, so that's there's 5 of you, so 10 successes.
Vinny would definitely work on the tribunal.
Well, it's got to be the priority, because to deal with Maximon, if he's found soon,
yeah, totally.
you're gonna need to have this ready. So that's fight or comprehend. Watchtower is...
My comprehend 1.
You're gonna be real help.
I'll fight. Which is actually 4. Oh, okay, I'm gonna push it. Oh, okay, well.
You hurt yourself.
Got 1 success at least.
Okay, let me change that while we're here. 9 remaining. And so you have 5 successes required for the Watchtower, which is Endure Scout. Arsenal is 10 remaining. We meet all the prerequisites for this, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make decisions over which one you want to work on. shelter is 10 remaining. My God, but completing those, hell, tribunal increases warfare. Completing
Yeah.
all of these, you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 d6 to add towards warfare. Good luck, Hellriders.
Holy crap.
And your warfare is already a 33.
Yeah. But we'll see how many we even actually get done before the Hellriders attack. That's a lot of successes.
It is.
39 successes.
Might have to be some music montage moments in the film of everyone just banding together and working. All right, I'm gonna close that. Okay. People just gradually, there's a lot of people lingering around, a little bit more than normal, chatting, and you can see the conversation continues as people depart. Starshin comes up to you, Vinny. Marlot has already gone out. She has a lot to do. But Starshin comes up to you. You've set things in motion here, Vinny. Since the coming of Orson. A lot of changes have happened in a short space of time. Not a judgment on my part, just an observation. Change sometimes is difficult to adjust to. Stability, though. That may help. We are certainly safer than what we once were.
Perhaps we are. But we do not understand in full what threat the Hellriders pose. Orson does. He has seen them. He has been there. He will lead us to greatness.
He has proven to be quite the leader. I wonder what he will make of all this once he returns. Much has changed.
Orson has always desired greater defenses, especially with his first-hand knowledge of the threats in the zone. I was lucky to have found him that day. He has not only saved this ark, but he has saved me. The Great Mutant chose him to lead us. They foresaw Maximon's failures and sent him to us as a savior. I intend to get the entire arc behind him. Kind of stand up straight, stare him down a little bit, just not in an aggressive way, but just a very authoritative way. This is what's going to happen kind of attitude. I know that you and your people disapprove of the ways of the ancients, but I value your friendship, and I believe we will have no trouble working together in the future.
We have always worked well together, Vinny. We have our differences, but There is peace between us. But I would caution you. Don't go too far beyond what the people are willing to do, or willing to accept, or the people may no longer follow.
They will follow Orson. That will be their only choice. What time of day is it now? Is this like
This is going to be
after we've been
This is going to be late afternoon, getting close to like dinner time, really, or shortly being dinner time. Like, I don't know, 5 o'clock ish.
I wish to check on Julia. After her ordeal, I worry for her. I have sent some of the Kodiaks to bring her to our area. She will be one of us now.
Very well. I must go back to the shrine to think upon all of this.
Is Muba acting commander of Maximon's people now?
Are you
heard
asking
anything?
him, or are you just inquiring?
Yeah. No, I'm asking Escartian.
Moba is not a leader. She can keep order. She can keep them. The rest look to her. But she is not a leader. Does not wish to be. She is making sure everyone behaves. And telling them all to stay in line for Maximon's return. But I fear that stability will not last for too long.
If Maximon's people become rebellious, who would be the most likely to lead that rebellion? We cannot have an attack from within the Ark at this point.
No, we cannot. But I'm afraid I do not know the structure of his gang. I tend to spend more of my time in the shrine.
Of course. I must take my leave.
Good day.
A deep bow.
He nods.
Let us meet tomorrow, Lord Escartian, and discuss more of how we should run this tribunal.
Yes, tomorrow I will set. I think Estrina will join in as well. Work on building this. Until then. And he goes back into the terminal building.
I think I would go back to where the Kodiaks live, make sure Charlie had brought Julia back there.
Yes. She is there, although she is in quite an emotional state. And she looks up and sees you. Shakes her head no, No more. No more, Vinny.
It's almost over, Julia. You've done so well. I told you I would protect you from Maximon. His bullet did not miss you by accident.
What did you do?
Only what I know how to do. Only what the first mutant has shown me to do. We are just pieces moving on a board. There is a greater force at work here. I like get down next to her and like clasp her hands and say, "You must be strong, Julia. Don't you see? Everything will be better now. You'll be able to feed your dogs as much as you wish without having to fear Maximon's wrath. You're one of us now. You're a Kodiak."
And she lowers her voice, leans in a little bit closer to you. You will never feed on me again.
Oh, Julia.
Do you
Unfortunately, we are bonded. I need you as much as you need me.
You have nothing over me anymore.
You owe me everything. That is what I have over you.
You almost got me killed.
For the greater purpose of the first mutant.
First mutant. I just want to live.
And you shall. A life of plenty with the rest of us, all following Orson. You're an agent of the Kodiaks now, Julia. You need to snap out of this pitiful, self-deprecative state you're in. You should feel strong. But if you wish to feel weak, then lay here and feel weak. And then I'm gonna parasite her.
Oh my god.
What's her mutant power?
It is... Tracker.
Are she at full stats right now?
She does.
Yes, I would.
But-
So,
How do you parasite if they're not willing?
well, that's where I'm going with this is, well, I don't think it matters if they're willing or not is the thing. But, first, I'll mind terror her. And I'm going to show her visions of being just alone in the zone and forced out of the Ark. This is where you will be if you do not do what I say, Julia. You thought it was bad before? Well, you're a Kodiak now, which means you owe us everything. And then I'm just gonna spend, well, I guess I have to spend a mutation on that first. 1 second. Down to 7.
Make your roll.
Roll a misfire. Nothing happens normally. I'm gonna parasite just 2 of her empathy to bring me back up to full.
She's broken. She only has 2.
And then I tell her she's to join the search for Maximon, use your tracker skills, find Grit. I sent him out looking for Maximon as well, and I worry for him, just as I worry for you, Julia. Don't you see, I'm nothing without you, and you're nothing without me. I guess technically I would use Puppeteer on her then to make her use her tracking skill. Oh, I guess she's broken though, so she can't without resting first.
Right.
Well, I broke her empathy, and so she does what I want without asking anything in return, anyways. So after you rest, I'd say sleep off this rebellious attitude, Julia. It will get you nowhere. We have work to do. And then I'll just leave. And I was like, imagine Charlie like witnessing all of that. And then as I'm walking out, I just say, take care of her. Make sure she's fed and rested.
He nods his head.
I would even say, make sure she and all of her dogs are fed and rested. And watered.
All right, I will. All right. Why don't we pause for a break there because we're at the halfway point,
Sounds good.
and then maybe Locke will be here when we come back.
forgot my water upstairs. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay. Back out in the zone. Sometimes that mouse has a problem. Yeah. Alright.
Okay,
There we go.
here.
Now I
I
can
was
see it
35 seconds.
Okay, so last left you guys, Orson and Ran were figuring out how this APC works. You know that it doesn't necessarily work. Algernon, Algernon's crawled inside of it and is inspecting it. And Ran was showing Algernon and Orson how to use it. Trace was plugged in, recharging. The Kodiaks and McKellen were in Commander Thomas's quarters. And Hugh is back into the entry room. What do you guys wish to do?
I'm examining the stuff in this office room.
You can see that it's very meticulously laid out. You can see that, I mean, from Hugh anyway, he said that he's maintaining it to be as Commander Thomas left it. So, you know, there's no dust, there's no anything like that, but there are things, you know, like a pen or something like that just set right at an angle, exactly how it was, perhaps. And Hugh meticulously puts it back.
There's a bear with us.
The bears arrived.
Hey, sorry guys, there's a lot of baby stuff to deal with. My wife's working again now, so there is no one to help tag out when baby stuff happens.
I had a feeling it might be baby stuff.
Alright, well, catch you up then. Oh, you're not logged in yet. Oh, yes you are. So, in this compound, Hugh, the protocol droid, let you in after Ran got the code. And Trace immediately decided, well, soon after decided, after the introductions are met, finding out who's who, Hugh knows nothing about Eden or the frequencies other than that they are frequencies. And led you into a maintenance room that has an armored personnel carrier. It's not functioning at the moment, but I've had you and Ran and Algernon pouring all over it, and Ran figured out how to use it. Trace has been repaired mostly. She's got all but 2 points of her armor restored, and all but 1 point of her servos, I believe, restored. Other than that, she's ready to go. But there are quite a bit of tools and spare parts and computer diagnostic systems in here.
So we found a hard wagon, is what we found.
Yes. But they used to have a maintenance droid, but he went missing almost a century ago looking for parts and has never returned. So they have no way of fixing it. But Trace mentioned that Pontiac might be able to. And Hugh is still getting used to the idea of animals that talk. Thought you were a pet at first. Hugh opened up the room at the opposite side of this floor, which is the quarters for Commander Thomas that Hugh maintains in perfect order. Also, you guys noticed that the guard robots had acid burns on them, like in spots. Although there has been a repair jobs, but you can still see the burning.
Did we find out where those acid spots were coming from?
Yes, well, it's connected. So the controls for the radio tower that McKellen was asking Hugh about are down in the sublevels, but there's a bit of a complication. There are some creatures on the lower level that Hugh doesn't know if they were an experiment from when Commander Thomas was here, but they spit acid. And not needing to go down there, Hugh has sealed off the lift that goes down to it. So he has asked if you guys would deal with the infestation problem, which would give you access to the radio tower.
Okay, I have an idea for that.
And everyone rolled their Know the Zone, although I didn't roll it for you. Algernon didn't roll either.
I didn't roll.
Yeah, and neither did Rand.
I
But
wouldn't
McKellen
have
knew
known
a
about
little
those
bit
kind of
about them.
creatures anyway.
They're quadrupedal, at least the description that Hugh gave. He thinks he knows what they are. They're quadrupedal. They stand at their shoulder about 6 feet tall. Have fur and bony protrusions on their head. And they produce an acid.
Not the fun kind.
No.
Bony Protrusions was my favorite jazz guitarist. He also produced a lot of acid.
I like the Zelia stuff.
So,
Produced or consumed?
Well, acid jazz.
meanwhile, more stuff has gone down at the runway.
Okay.
And Vinny has laid down the foundations for you to become the leader of the runway.
I'm gonna have a big surprise when we get back there.
Oh, there'll be
so much going.
There'll be much drama when you get back. All right.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Okay then. So, the rest of the Kodiaks and McKellen are chilling out in Commander Thomas's quarters, which is the opposite end of the maintenance garage that you're in. And you guys are here. So this APC has 2 benches of seats in the back, a turret of a gun of some sort on top. There is towards the front, there is a place obviously where you would control the thing, and then there's another seat behind it with like a desk in front of it, and screens like you've seen elsewhere in this facility. You think is probably a computer system, except it's not lit up. Although you probably don't know what a computer is, I would have thought, but.
Didn't they call it like a mirror screen or a magic mirror or something in the other room?
I can't remember what you guys called it, but yeah.
The dream window.
Dream window, yeah. So, you have managed to squeeze into this APC. There's a hatch on the top that Algernon got open. And you're...
So it doesn't... for an APC, it doesn't have rear doors on it?
Well, you didn't figure out how to open them up.
Oh, okay. All right.
You haven't gotten that far yet.
It's got the skeletal remains of Cooper Hopscotch in it. It's how all the campaigns pulse it.
Somehow made it back to Earth.
Appreciate that thing.
Tie-ins.
We don't know what year the cataclysm happened.
Yeah. So Rand has figured it out more, and he has been able to open up the back, and much easier for you to get in and out instead of squeezing through the hatch in the top. Right.
Oh,
McKellen.
we're gonna have to start making plans once we're ready to operate again. We're gonna need to start making plans for getting to this tower and getting these radio dishes taken care of. I have an idea for dealing with these spitting monsters, which is basically just need to get a big sheet of metal, something basically to act as a big shield for all of us that we can sort of hide behind and move forward on them, and maybe shoot around it as we move up, so that they can spit acid on that, and I can just sort of, me and whoever else is strong enough to help hold it up, can hold it up while everyone else, deals with the creatures.
You saw lots of things like that outside when you were where the battle was taking place, especially where Trace and McKellen and Connie were fighting off some of the Morlocks.
Yeah, basically just sort of use it like a portable wall.
Yeah, there is much of that. And once inside, you've been chilling in here for a couple of hours while Trace is having her armor repaired. And while you guys are figuring out this APC. McKellen. You're in this office. There is one of those dream windows that's right at the head of this desk. It's what's casting that amber light down.
Displaying anything?
It just displays. It's like a picture of the facility. You think perhaps it might be the name of it, and it Radio Outpost LR 527, and it's in like a fancy sort of writing with some sort of design with it. You think the word is logo, what you're looking at. And then there is 2 boxes, says user and pass. Other than that, you don't find anything of significance here other than just basic personal effects. Although it's more of a museum piece for you because it is as it was 200 years ago.
Yes, Commander Thomas, I shall pass. Anything interesting on these shelves?
No, there seems to be decorative. Seems to be an attempt to feel a bit at home amongst a military base, but you do see a number of little statues, and you see like these plaques that have metallic discs suspended by a ribbon. The discs are just like, I don't know, 4 centimeters across. Some of them a little bit smaller and one of them a little bit bigger. And they've got designs on them. They're all different, and they seem to be some sort of markers of achievement. Commander William Thomas is the name. Comprehend. You would know these to be, from some of your readings, that these would be medals, awards of achievement.
It's commanded summons have been a great ancient.
And it's
Maniacal.
something, by his arrangement of them, it's something that he took a lot of pride in.
Leave them on display. Look on it.
It's a very well-kept bedroom. There's a tall cabinet in the lower... that one. Where's my mouse? There it is. That one. That one goes all the way to the ceiling. And then that one is just above, well, about the middle of the chest height. That one has drawers in it. This has got 2 doors.
I'll very carefully open the drawers.
You find clothing of the ancients. Some of it doesn't seem to be lasting the test of time so well, and it kind of comes apart in your hands. And some of it is a little more durable.
I will leave it be though, but have a look in the wardrobe as well.
And in there you find something that looks quite official. You've seen picture books of clothing of the ancients. And these look to be like official sort of clothes that soldiers might wear or people of high importance. And these are quite intact. They don't disintegrate when you touch them. What they're made of, you're not sure, but...
Is it similar to the, is it Marlot that's wears like an admiral getup, or is that Maximum?
Oh God, I don't remember. Hold on, let me look. It's been a while. I think Marlot wears. She wears a biker jacket. Maximon wears a Kevlar vest.
Maybe I'm misremembering it.
Muba doesn't wear armor. She just wears a hockey mask. All right. You've seen this before on the runway. You know this is where people did their toiletry business and got cleaned.
Who did you say wears a hockey mask?
Muba.
That's the big like bruiser who backs up.
Forearm. Yeah, forearmed.
Yeah, right.
Fascinating. We'll have to look around a while. Return to Riddle.
Those door sounds are really loud. And the Kodiaks are on there just chilling out. What are we gonna do, McKellen?
Well, after we've rested, I mean, we'd best speak to Warsome, because this is more of a war plan than anything. There are things down in the deeps that we must confront.
He's busy playing with his new toy, I think, still.
I'll see how he's getting on,
We'll come with you.
by all means. Orson, have you sated your curiosity on this loudest of wagons?
Well, right now it works better as is a small cave than anything else. We can't get it to actually work. Where would we're how would we even think about getting? I'm trying to think how we could get Pontiac to look at this and see what he needs. We'd probably have to bring it all the way out here.
Perhaps it is because it is an ape PC and not a bear or a frog PC.
That makes sense.
At any rate, we must talk about what to do about these beasts in the below floors.
Okay, so I have an idea, which is we basically just need to make a big shield, almost like a wall that we can carry in front of us, and have people just shoot around the sides. Have some other people waiting with spears and stuff in case the other things try to come around the side of it. I mean, do we know how wide the halls are, the corridors are, where we're going?
I'm sure Hugh will be able to give us some manner of layout. He's just through in the main chamber if we want to discuss a strategy. We'll also need some instruction on how to use this device, which will allow us to sail the frequency.
Is that something I've heard about? The device that lets us do something to what?
The radio thing that we're trying to access together.
Ah, okay.
Apparently that's it.
Well, let's find out what we need to know and get on that. So I need to go talk to, is it Hugh?
Yes.
Okay, let's go talk to him.
It's
I
true.
sort of scooch myself out of the back of the APC. Drop down. Is anything useful in the chambers of the old leader?
Most likely yes, but I didn't want to interfere with his belongings. But fascinating though.
So we're going to go up to Hugh, and I'm going to explain my plan, but that, to do that we need to know, if it's going to just be a wide open space, this won't work at all. We need a place where it's kind of narrow, where we can, force them to have to try to deal with the barrier that we're going to carry. So is are we talking about tunnels down here, or are we talking about like big rooms or something?
You're still in the APC.
Oh, sorry. That's why I said I wanted to go talk to Hugh. Oh, sorry. I guess I need to move my guy. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Trace, are you staying plugged in? So? Is she gone?
She must have stepped away.
Still in the chat, so she just must be dealing with some. Or having technical issues.
Alright. Hugh.
Hugh, we will soon be heading downstairs.
Oh, that is
Wilson
a
is-
wonderful idea. Thank you so much.
Of course. We are all children and creations of the ancients, after all.
Do be careful, though.
Orson has a few questions of a tactical nature about the...
Right.
Parts of
So
the chamber.
the places where these creatures live, are we talking about hallways, or are we talking about rooms? What is the environment like down there? How much space are they in?
Well, there are corridors that span across it, but there are also several rooms as well. The corridors, they're a little bit wider than the short corridor you just came out of that leads to the maintenance garage. Only a little bit. Rooms are of various sizes, but they all have doors the same size as the maintenance garage. However, there are a couple of them that are a little bit larger.
So what I'm thinking about doing to try to protect us from these things spitting acid is to just take a big sheet of metal or something else, wood, it's something solid, and use it almost like a wall to carry along in front of us that we could then fight around the sides of, so when they spit, we have, something to block all this spit. But is that something that would work in this scenario? We really just need to lure them into the hallway portions of it to try to fight.
Well, when we went down there before, as you can see here, and he goes over to this guard robot. He has suffered a bit of damage. We did repair it, but once the acid hits the composite material that makes up his chassis, some of it leaked through to the components underneath, which we also repaired, but it did slow it down considerably. So if you have a shield, as you say, then that should protect you to at least some extent. Some weird sounds coming on the mic.
Yeah, I'm hearing them too.
I guess could be me.
That's it. It works. So
okay. Is there anything that the acid burned more or less than other things? Like, did it? Have you seen it against wood or metal or anything like that to see if there's anything that it seemed to hurt more or less?
I'm afraid that we did not investigate any further. I could not risk the three of us becoming disabled, as we must maintain the facility for Commander Thomas's return. So I sealed off the lower levels. And so
When we go down there,
Yes.
what does the device look like that will allow us to enter these numbers?
Well, you will find a similar to what you saw in the maintenance garage. There is a bank of computer screens with a couple of chairs sat in front of it. Those are the controls. There is machinery about. The generator sits behind you in the chairs. When you exit the lift at the bottom, turn to your right and follow that around. That will eventually take you up to it. But I don't know what it looks like down there since we sealed it off.
Well, those directions will certainly help. Orson, do we require anything else in terms of preparation?
No, I think we have a good idea of something to try, and we'll see if it works or not. I mean, the main thing we need to do is to just go make our little portable wall to carry with us.
Right.
Rand comes up. These might help. And he lays down 3 rifles and 2 pistols.
So, yeah, that's definitely might help. Are these like scrap rifles or?
Was that your comprehend roll,
The guns,
Kellen,
yeah.
to understand the rifles and guns?
Yeah.
One of them is a shotgun, which you already know about. Trace carries one. You've seen it many times. 2 of them are identical. And you've determined that they are a rifle that shoots a beam of light that burns upon hitting.
This is some manner of light projectile. I'll
Seems good,
I,
but
I can use a stunt to teach one other person to use it. So I'll go.
I'll take one.
Algernon, if you were to hold it like this and point it like so, and if you were to press the don't press that. if you were to do so, you would find your enemy dispatched.
Rand would.
Blinding
just
light.
I'm looking at it, trying to figure out where you put the bullets in.
Rand would like to keep one of them. I suspect that's what Callum would want, is one of these.
Very interesting.
And then someone will have to make another comprehend roll for the pistols.
Yeah. The shot.
Wow, you and your comprehends, you got 3 comprehend rolls in a row of two successes.
And who would want to wield this? It is also a weapon.
So are these just regular like bullet firing pistols, or?
They are semi-automatic pistols.
I'm assuming we've got the bullets to go with them.
Yes.
Well, bullets fit any gun.
Yeah, in this game. To simplify things.
Well, no, I meant in terms of appropriate quantity.
Oh,
Well, are they loaded at all, or are they just empty weapons?
Yeah.
Rand I found this as well, and he has a box. And you find 20 bullets.
Ooh, okay.
That's what it
Add that
was.
to do we have a group bullet total?
In your journal, gang loot. There's only 4 bullets left in there.
All right. Well, let's just add these 20 into the group loot.
Yeah, happy to do that.
Okay, I've done it.
Just a bunch of Hydra shocks or something.
And Rand also found 3 E-packs. And there's a socket on each of these laser rifles for an E-pack.
So how does ammo work for energy weapons? Does it just burn an E-pack every time you shoot one?
E-packs have 6 charges.
Okay.
And there are, when Callum found these last session, there is 6. Each of the E-packs have 6 lights on them. So,
All right. Well, I'll take one of the pistols we got.
Okay. Drag semi-auto pistol from the weapons folder. Rand will take a laser rifle.
What's left?
There is a shotgun, a laser rifle, and a pistol left.
I'll take one of the laser pistols since I got E-packs on me.
They're not laser pistols. They're semi-automatic bullet pistols.
Oh, I thought you said there was a laser one left.
No, there's a laser rifle.
That's what I meant, laser rifle.
Okay. Well, it's in the weapons list. So
Yeah, I got it.
that's one of the pistols got. So there's one pistol and a shotgun left. Well, did you say you were wanting to take something, McKellen?
I don't think I'm going to take anything.
Okay.
One agility, but it's more likely to shoot off my own hand.
Algernon, I'll take this.
Algernon will take a pistol. Alright.
Connie, I imagine this will pack more of a punch than your bow.
But not as silent. I would prefer silence.
Then Halbert, do you like to take this shotgun?
Albert with a shotgun. He's a little bit weak, but
Or Liz?
Of course, Halbert has no weapon skills. Or
Can't do anything.
no, he has no, yeah, Liz is all about knives. Halbert is a clairvoyant and had no shoot skill. Those agility's alright. But he'll take it for now anyway. Shotgun. There it is. Oh boy. He is encumbered. Oops. Oh. So don't forget to pull out another E-pack.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I only took the 2 I had.
I mean, to add one to your sheet is what I mean. Oh, and there's also a spare E-pack. There's 3 E-packs total. 1 for each laser rifle, and then there's a 3rd one. An E-pack is a artifact. And where the hell?
I'm
did
not seeing it.
I know, I'm not seeing it either. Where did I put them? Oh. It's because they're not colored. They're not colored folders, they're black. And I may not have made it visible to you. So I'll drag it out to your character sheet.
Okay.
As soon as I... Damn it. There they are. That's your character sheet. Go and... I wish there was an easier way to write the charges down, that you don't have to open up the edit window.
I know.
But I have written down that it's got 6 charges at the bottom, so it's the 3rd E-pack.
Okay.
Say...
I'm gonna number it 3. 3.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yes, let me modify. Oh, you know what? On Rands, I'm changing the name to EPAC 6 charges. Cool. Alright. Everyone is armed.
Now let's gather the wall and delve.
Right, if you will follow me, I will take you and activate the lift. That is you.
Have we got the big bit of scrap?
Oh, yes, you were going to do that. I forgot. Yeah, well, there's plenty of it out on the launch platform. Are all of the Kodiaks coming?
Yeah,
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not.
Oh my god, I just saw your AI pictures.
Okay, the forearm one is kind of scary.
It's kind of, she's supposed to be a badass, so.
Noise.
Right. Be on your guard. And I wish you luck.
Thank you, Hugh. When this device lowers us, what sides of the walls be on?
I don't understand.
Will we
When
be...
Which side will the door open on?
Ah,
Yes.
the opposite side that you're on right now. So, behind you.
Alright.
Everyone fit? It's the weight allowance.
Now, as far as our big shield that we've made here, am I able to carry that just by myself, or do I need help with it, or...
Oh, you can carry it by yourself.
Okay. So here, let me move over here and get dead center, and everybody else kind of figure out their positions behind me because I'm going to be busy just carrying this. Did we go with like a big metal thing to use for it?
What?
For the little portable wall that I'm going to
Yeah,
carry.
it's a big sheet of metal. Yeah.
Big sheet of metal, okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll just have to peek up over top of it every once in a while to see what's going on rather than like drill eye holes or something.
All right. Just
The barrier was a good suggestion.
I'm just getting tokens ready. There's a lot of mic noise going on somewhere.
Sounds like a baby.
No, that's not me.
No,
Sounds like there's a team.
I think that's me. My kid's rooting around in the back playing his games.
Yeah, that sounds like what I'm hearing.
Is he winning?
It sounds like it.
Okay, good.
Hold on, just getting your tokens out. Actually, I gotta change all their sizes because they're very small compared to these maps. I just gotta get the 3 Kodiaks down and then we're ready. Algernon. Connie, Albert, Liz.
The elevator music.
Yeah, it's some really bad music. Some.
The ancients wanted us to be soothed.
Okay, 2 more tokens to sort out, and then I'm ready. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. All right, let's see how long this takes to load. You should see yourselves in a box.
Uh-huh.
And you get to the bottom. And all of the lighting is this red pulsing flashing light. And down the end of the corridor where you're at, you see signs of acid damage, probably where the guard robots had their last stand with these creatures. At the end of the corridor, you see that there's some heavy doors that have been burst inwards towards you down here. And you can tell from where you're at, right before those doors are other doors. The one on this side is closed, but this one seems to be open just from the light that pours through. And then obviously down here the corridor continues.
You had best go first with the barricade.
Yeah. Sorry. So when I step out into the hallway here, what am I seeing down to the south of me here?
You're seeing, it's like some sort of machinery with some power cables, but the corridor turns to your right down here. Although it does get a little bit narrower.
Okay.
Seems to be. But you don't hear anything.
You said we should head right.
Alright. We should head right? Okay. I just don't want anything sneaking up behind us from there. It's,
I should use my drone to keep an eye out behind us.
that's good. That's a really good idea. Okay. I'm gonna move down the hallway a bit. Give everybody a chance to come in behind me.
You're going straight instead of right.
Oh,
Bear right.
I was thinking map right. Okay.
Alright. Down 1 EP for the drone.
You see some more machinery down there, and down at the end, the corridor turns to your right again. You did say follow it around, and you'll eventually come to a room. At the end of the corridor down there, you see a door is open.
All right.
And
First,
you
I'm
see
gonna
a
move.
corridor opens up to the left right there.
Yeah, first I was gonna move up to that intersection and look over there.
That door is
Is that-
closed, obviously, because you can't see through it. But
All right. Well, I'm gonna move up a little further up the hallway here and let someone come and check out that door.
I got it.
All right. Now, if any of these things cause us trouble, everybody just fall back, and I'll drop in and put the barrier up.
Understood.
Opening door. Open the door. I'm gonna step in. Doesn't appear to be anything in here.
seems to be storage. But you do find, oh dear. Whoops, I failed. Hold on. There is a door on the north side of that room. I didn't make it a door when I designed it, I forgot. Should see it now though. Up here. But you see these metal boxes and some power lines. Looks like no one has been in here for a very, very long time. And Hugh has not been down maintaining this, so this is... I mean, it's been sealed, obviously, but still, it looks very undisturbed.
Okay. We got a door at the opposite end. Go and check the other door. I yell out behind me. Approaching the door.
And you hear, as soon as you open that, the sound of water echoing off the walls. Water that's in movement and the sound of dripping. And you can see that the walkway runs out. It's like a metal grating. And it descends at the opposite end.
Perhaps this connects through to the ravine. I think we should return to the corridor. can continue, Orson. There was a
Okay,
storeroom.
sorry.
And then...
I had to duck away super quick. I had a baby fussing for a second, so I had to run off.
All good.
All right, so we're ready to continue.
It's through there. There's a storeroom and then a passage that leads to flowing water.
All right, let's go up this way then. You say that door's busted open?
No, it's just open. Now,
Okay.
when you get there, Orson, you are hearing some sounds coming from your right. Up and to your right, sorry. Now, this looks like a maintenance
Like
area.
over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The room you're in looks like a maintenance area. It's looks like a lot of tools, some machinery, and the machinery to your right is got a loud hum to it. You heard similar sort of humming, although albeit muffled, at the pure plant. Perhaps maybe this is connected to the power source.
Can I attempt to comprehend?
Yes, you may.
Can I get a +2 bonus for archaeologist, which is for structures?
Yes.
Thank you. Bonuses go to skill, right?
Always,
Or
yes.
bait? Okay.
Single success, but that's all you need. This is, yes, indeed, part of the power source for the whole facility. Probably not all of it, because this looks to be more of, maybe not the heart of it, but maybe have to do with the distribution network of the power. And you're hearing around the corner there is the sounds of some sort of something alive, and like stuff falling, or you hear some grunts, some scrapes.
Okay, so what I want to do, I suspect we're going to run into some sort of dangerous critters over here. So what I want to do is just kind of quickly move up to this position here that I'm moving my marker to, so that, you know, I'm just basically going to try to like dash over there and just sort of block the whole doorway off with our barrier here. If we are going to be able to like shoot over top of it. If not, then I'll back up but just a couple of feet, so that anything wanting to come through the door would have to try to squeeze past it and deal with us
You will have to back up a little bit.
Okay, so yeah, what I'll do is I'll just create a little space like this, where if they want to come through, they've got to try to squeeze in and around the wall while we've got, you know, like guns and melee weapons there to deal with them. And then I'm just going to try to brace and hold strong so that they don't like knock me down and climb over it or anything.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell everybody before I dash over there and do that that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go try to get this wall up so that we have a good fighting position against these things. And when everybody's ready, then I will dart over to where I am on the map and kind of plant the wall down.
Yeah, and I'll only go once it's moved.
Alright, I've put you in combat trackers. Or a combat tracker.
Seems to have a dice icon.
That happened to you last time as well. If you click where the dice icon should be, it should still work.
Oh yeah. Second time I've been lost. In a row.
Alright. Okay.
So Andy, just so you know what I'm picturing here. I'm picturing our little portable wall being. Trying to draw it on the map here. I don't know if it's letting me draw.
Drawing's been acting up on Foundry for players lately.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you
I'm
thinking of
picturing-
a line like right along here?
Yeah, I'm picturing it taking up like my full square plus like half of a square on either side of me, so that people could still, like stand next to me and get cover from it. But that it wouldn't be a total wall all the way across all three spaces.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't figure it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page with what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, and about a foot back from the door itself.
Yeah, so but probably in a little probably
about in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see here.
Covers page 89.
That's a crap drawing. Hold on.
It's a very defensible looking wall.
Yeah. There, straight enough.
I mean, we get the idea.
It's scrap metal. I mean, it's been indented
Yeah, of
anyway.
course. There you go. That's
Indented.
it. That's what it is.
Yes, indented.
All right. So, combat has begun, and these things are vicious looking. Large ears. There we go. Wonder what I was doing. Okay. Aha, yes. Right. Before we get started, one thing I need to check out. All right. This one's going to run. Oh, still measurement button. Always leave that on. One in the back has the initiative. And goes to headbutt this.
This be like an opposed roll or something?
That's what I was looking up here. But just because I got so many game systems in my mind, what's the rules for this game?
We're counting it as cover, it's just against range. I guess it could work like armor.
Yeah. Well, it seems more like he's trying to shove me back than anything else.
So yeah, let's do it like it's a grappling thing. So an opposed roll. Although I won't make this count as your action necessarily. Although you are kind of having to hold this to keep it intact. But
would this just be like straight strength, or would it be a fight roll?
I would think you could choose to make it a fight or force.
Actually, force is probably a better, more appropriate skill for this. Yeah. All right, let's do force. Oh, I got one.
So I'm going to say you still have it, but it's pushed you back slightly.
Okay.
And let me bring the barrier back with you. Oh dear, selected the wrong thing. Which gives it more of an angle to come in.
Mm-hmm.
But that was its action. All right. Connie is up. Oh, can't get an angle there where she's at. She is going to move up but still can't get into. There's not a clear shot. Halbert, never having had a gun before. I don't know what to do. And he can't get a shot either.
That's exactly the guy you want firing into a crowded space.
Yeah. I debated on the moment of just having him fire out of panic and possibly hitting Trace or yourself or McKellen, but I said, no, he's got a little bit more of a head on him.
Think about what the last person 200 years ago did.
He's just wanding his gun over everybody.
Sheer panic. All right, Trace, you're up.
Alright, so I'm gonna use my laser rifle, this one that's headbutting the shield.
Are you going to step forward so that you can see it?
Yeah. Kind of peek around the wall here.
Wow.
Nice.
Now, laser rifle does 2 points of damage. But you've got 2 stunts.
Okay.
And as we learned last time, they have some interesting things.
Let's inflict 1 more point of damage. And push it back.
Good plan. I love the smell of ozone in the morning.
It's pushed back into there. Ooh, and it's Orson's turn next, and I'm going to guess what he's going to do.
Yeah, shove this thing up forward and brace myself really good here. So go right back into the same position we were in. And if it's possible to give myself some sort of bracing or something so that the next time they try to shove it back, I get maybe like a little bonus.
Why don't you do... why don't we do another force roll and see if you get a stunt on it, then it's going to add to a bonus.
That sounds really good. Nah, no stunts. So
But you did get it to
yeah, I wedge it into a little crack in the floor, but not a really solid one.
All right. And you are more forward.
Yes.
I moved you. All right. That's your turn. Ran. Let's see. Oh, by the way, there was the assault rifle and the grenade that Crude Tar had that no one took, as far as I know.
Well, the grenade would have been perfect right about now.
Ran has moved up, but he can't really do anything because he can't see. Unless he's...
We've got it in group loot somewhere if someone wants to start digging through backpacks to find it.
Sorry, I was talking about that. I didn't actually go for Ran. Let's see. Can't really get a shot. Unless he goes around the barrier, but he'd stay right there and hold. Liz has only got knives. Just looking at her mutation. Nope. Doesn't apply here for this. So she's going to stay back here. It's time for the other to move forward. Boom. You know what? I could have had Ran hold his action. Damn. Would you guys allow me to retcon that to say that he could?
Wouldn't bother me.
Sure.
just damage. And Trace, don't forget to subtract one of your charges for your EPAC.
Oh, right.
Alright, and then it got hit, and it's going to try to headbutt. Okay, Orson, if you do another force roll to resist this.
Okay.
Ah, again.
These guys have got a good hop on them. They really, I'm picturing them with strong hind legs. They're really bashing into it.
Yeah. Where did Trace's token go?
It's disappeared.
I don't know. She just vanished.
Without a
That's
trace.
the one if I accidentally deleted it. I was trying to edit my thing.
Oh, you deleted it. Oops.
Yeah. The problem when you get to click that edit button to edit the items.
Change your size here real quick. Alright, so that's going to push back. Not lack, Orson back. Alright. Algernon is next.
Alright. Gonna run up behind Orson. And I guess I'll secrete my paralyzing poison. I gotta roll for a misfire. Alrighty, that's my turn.
Alright. And then McKellen.
Son, you are the strongest being in the zone. Push them back. So that's an extra success
An extra success next time. Okay.
on the force.
Yes. Takes us back to the top of the round. I'm on the wrong thing again. Okay, this one comes out and is going to attack Ran. Oh dear.
We should have inspired it. No.
On the wall behind Rand, there's this green sort of slime that just hits the wall, starts to sizzle. Rand ducked out of the way. Connie decides to climb up onto this equipment. And let's see.
Good call.
Money tower.
Just a bug lady up there.
Yeah, move. It's a move roll. Plenty. Oh my god. I'm going to say that's going to give her a bonus on her attack. She's put herself in a good position. And she can goes over Trace's head and can get a straight shot to the one that's closest to Trace. Draws her crossbow, but it was already loaded. And I'm going to give her... What? Why does it not Doesn't even show that she has skill in it. But she has a skill of 2 in ranged combat. Bizarre. Well, I will change this. Give her a bonus. She's got a hell of a chance to hit here. But it only gets 1 success. Oh my god. Okay. I forgot to roll the armor when you guys shot with your laser rifles. Oh well, my bad. But it doesn't help in this case. She does a point of damage. Damn it. Well, that could have been different for her, but she's ready for next time. Cool. Alright. Next is Halbert. Connie! And he just runs forward and he's just shakily holding the shotgun towards that direction. Very dangerously pointing it at Trace, and then it's Trace's turn next. Orson, you're after this.
Alright, so I'm gonna shoot at this one closest to me with my laser rifle again. Oh, man. I'm gonna push it.
Ah, no!
Are you shitting me?
You've damaged the rifle. And yourself. The rifle now only has a bonus of 1 instead of 3. Alright. You banged it on the edge of the shield here. Orson, is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to try to shove both of these guys back, hopefully trying to pin one of them up between the wall and the door frame.
Okay, and you've already got 1 success coming from McKellen. So everything you roll is on top of a single success. Oh.
So if I push, I would take 1 point of physical damage because I've already got a biohazard plus any others that I would roll, right?
That's correct.
I think I'm probably better off just holding tight here.
Okay.
Yeah, rather than risk making myself weaker. Okay.
All right, but you do have a single
I'm...
success, so if they both fail.
Okay.
Okay, that didn't fail.
Okay.
Obviously. Now we got the same result.
Ah, man, these guys are tough.
So I'm gonna have them stay right there then. Okay. Alright. Rand's turn. He's right there. Too close for a rifle. He could step back slightly. Pull out his vibro knife at close range like this. Alright, 2 points of damage. Neglected. Show some injury because Trace damaged that one. Okay. Liz can't go. This one. It's going to look at Trace. And just look at her. Hi, how are you? No. It's going to spit. But what's the cover rules? Because you're partially in cover. What page you say that was on?
18. Oh no, changed it. 89, I think. Yeah, 89. But I think it's just versus ranged attacks.
Well, a projectile spit.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was headbutting. Yeah,
No,
so that-
no.
So I think you roll arm protection dice equal to the rating. I guess if it's like a card or 5.
Yeah, okay. Trace, I'll let you roll this. If you want to roll in the macro to roll 5 skill dice. Or no, equipment dice, I think would be better. Yes.
Okay, gear 5.
Yeah. You've managed to mitigate 1 point, and the barrier wall has lost a point as well. So you need to roll for damage location and then take 1 point of damage from that spot.
I already put damage on my stability. Why does it do that?
Servos, no! This one's already down by 1 point. So down by 2 points now. Fortunately, you happen to be in a place that has decent repair facilities. Alright, carrying on. Algernon.
Can I roll a know the zone to try and see if I would know if these things can be affected by confusion? AKA, do they have any wits abilities?
You can. Oops, I didn't mean to.
2 freaking dice. We'll push it for fun. Ah, okay. Okay, Algernon doesn't know anything about these things. He climbs up over Orson.
On
and,
Orson.
Jumps onto Orson. I need to get into near range of them, and then I'm gonna just start letting my tongue loose and just go all over the place. Touches everything. I can choose anything at near distance for my long, sticky tongue to affect.
What are you doing with it?
See, I'm licking the creatures. See how they taste. Okay, no backfire. It says, deal 1 point of confusion per MP you spend to whoever comes into direct physical contact. Oh, I'm just gonna spend 5 mutant points then. Oh,
We'll have to roll another
Puts
4
me
misfire
at-
dice then.
2, and then I need to roll 4 more. Misfire. I get a misfire. Cosmetic appearance. Oh. I start licking these things, and they take 5 points of wits damage each. And then I get a cosmetic mutation. I'm gonna let you pick that, Andy. What happens when I lick the sludge beast? Or the acid grazer?
The thought of just
Singed
licking
tongue.
these things. He gets a forked tongue because the acid splits it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Are you able to hit both of them? According
Assuming
to
they're
the-
both in near range while standing on Orson, so it's kind of up to you to decide where they're actually located.
Oh wait, oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong spot. Yes, sorry. Yes, it would do. What would the cosmetic be? Yeah, let's have. Won't cause him damage, but burn marks all over his cheek, like acid burn marks. Like, looks like a seriously bad case of acne. I'll change that.
Flip as soon as he puts his tongue back in.
Or Toady.
was thinking about having it grow hair because these things have hair all over their head. All right, so what happens is the rage sort of desists out of the one closest to you more so than the other because it got hit more often with this wonderful tongue. And it backs off of that wall it was pushing against. I keep closing the door. This makes me jump every time. And this one kind of goes back into the room a bit. But they seem to be stunned at the moment and not quite sure what's going on. And McKellen, it is your turn.
Connie, that dazed from Algernon's tongue. Take him down. That's right, spy Connie.
A point. Okay, top of the round. That one's the one who is the most dazed, so he cannot go, so Connie gets her moment to shine. Come on, Connie. Do it. Well, she got another success from you. So, let's see. Ah. This might be working. She's going to push it back. So 1 point of damage and then pushing it back. And let me do the damage. Ooh, he's not doing so well. Freeing up Orson. Alright, Halbert still can't go. Trace. So they've been pushed back into the doorway. And they're not moving as much, so I'm going to give you a +1 on any sort of attack you might make.
Okay. Well, I'm the one that's still kind of, closest to us. I'm going to shoot at it with the laser rifle.
Two successes.
Extra damage.
Oh. Damn it, I did it again. Keep closing this. This. 3 points of damage. Oh, they're both not doing so well. Alright. You should be down to 3 charges left on your E-Pack.
Yep.
And Orson, it is your turn. And you've got
Okay.
a toad on your shoulders.
Yes, I do. All right.
Those are range weapons.
Is there? Okay, yeah. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull out my my shotgun and just sort of stick it over the top of the barrier and just try to fire a blast, at that doorway over there.
Okay, there'll be a negative on that because you can't.
Yeah, I'm not really even able to see over it.
I'll
Yeah,
give you just a -2 because you do kind of know where the doorway is. And that'll be on skill only. Shotgun. I thought you took a pistol.
I've had a shotgun for a long time.
Oh, right. Forgot all about that.
There, I'll push it.
Wow, look at that.
That's great.
What do you want your stunt to be?
I'll take extra damage.
Shotgun has a damage of 3 already. You manage to obliterate the one in front, blowing its head apart. Ran in combat mode, knows that they're stunned and push back. He would run forward. And he would use his scrap rifle mounted on his right arm. Wow. 2 points of damage. He's going to throw all that into damage. And splits the head open of that one, which ends this combat. There's a bloody mess in front of you. And we're just looking at the time. We're like 10 minutes away from the end of session.
Yeah, I don't really have time to go over today either.
It's all right. I'm gonna move these two carcasses. And I'll move this barrier for now.
Barricade.
And this room fits the description of what Hugh told you. And Account, since you already made your comprehend roll, this does seem to be the bulk of the power source. You know that it had something to do with power found within matter and splitting matter open. And
This
you
could be the
find
chamber.
2 chairs facing controls in front and to the sides, and there's dream windows, and you also find some tools. And how did Orson develop a tongue?
That's so unsettling.
That would be quite a mutation to happen to the bear. He develops a lizard tongue. Oh dear. All right. One moment.
Green window. We have traveled here to uncover the next stage of our destiny. Show us the road to Eden.
You see, Orson, you see Halbert go back over to the door, still kind of shakily holding the shotgun, and he's peering down the corridor. Orson, I think something's coming.
Okay, well, I'm going to pivot with my big barrier here. No, that's weird. It's not letting me move my token.
Would my drone have picked that up?
Is your drone not following close behind you? What did
She
you
had
do?
said she was
I
going to...
probably- Yeah,
think we left
yeah,
it
we're
there.
gonna leave it in the hall that we didn't go down to cover behind us.
Oh, I thought it was just following behind you, kind of like watching your back as you went. Cool. We need to get a token for that drone. What you see then, well, Halbert says that, and you would have an automatic notification on that. You see that 2 more of those creatures are at the end of the corridor where the door was busted open towards you and are running full tilt.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna try to get over to block this other doorway the same way I was doing this one. Be like, Halbert, get out of the way!
and he's like stunned, and then he comes to his senses, oh, and moves back. Your drone picks up a third creature, Trace, a little bit further back.
And it's not letting me move my token right now.
Oh, if you have to, because I'm sized them up 1 point for you, 2.2, so you have to click it in the exact center, but I'll move you. And you also have the door there that you can seal.
I don't think I want to seal the door. Like I say, I want to set us up in our same fighting position we were just in as much as I can.
And it's back open. Rand will run back. He'll go to the other side so Trace can get there.
Oh.
Connie will leap over on top of the other control. All right.
I'm gonna have my drone follow them and take some shots at them if possible.
Of course, it does have. All right. We better stop there. So, McKellen is set at the controls, and you guys are bracing for an attack. All right. Let's get to experience then. Okay. Did you participate in the session? Yes. Get a point. Did you perform a day's work for a project in the Ark? No, no one did that. Not from the party, anyway.
Vinny did actually.
Oh, yes, of
The,
course you did.
tribune.
Sorry. Yes, you
Tribunal.
did.
No, I actually forgot that was the thing.
Did you explore
We
at
haven't
least...
done a project.
Sorry?
So nobody's worked on a project in so long, I forgot you get XP for
Oh,
it.
yeah. Been out and about. All right. Did you explore at least one new sector in the zone? Not really a new sector. Sacrifice or risk something for your PC buddy.
Nope.
Not sure we're going to get a lot of experience. So, sacrifice or risk something for the NPC you want to keep safe. Nope.
Nope.
Sacrifice or risk something to mess with the NPC you hate. Vinny, did you... Was it sacrifice or risk? You
Not
did
really.
something. And did you sacrifice or risk something to reach your big dream? McKellen, I think so, because you came down here and the radio allows you to, and what you
Yeah.
believe is to locate Eden. But the rest of you, I'm not sure of your big dreams off the top of my head.
All right. Yeah, that was a low XP session for me, but I've had a lot of good sessions too, so...
I'm considering, because Unicorn has modified the XP questions for Alien, I'm considering doing something similar. But I need to develop those.
I think most of us only got 2 on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I would only think for the last one maybe is that my big dream is to take Maximon down, and I'm kind of sacrificing Julia to do that and risking her trying to kill me basically because of
Yeah.
being so impressive to her.
I would go ahead and give you that. That's good. All right. Before we forget, let's roll for Arc deaths. Who would like to roll?
I'll roll.
The other thing too, Andy, would anyone so I worked on a project and the Sears worked on a project. Would anyone else have worked on our new warfare projects?
I didn't roll for those, and they should do. Yes.
What dice am I rolling for the
six-sider -1?
Okay.
Let's see. Marlot's people are busy hunting for Maximon, but the Sears, the Tribunal. 4 more people died.
Jeez.
And we got 156 total people.
Does that 156 does it count all the Kodiaks and all of you guys, or is that, and also like Oskarshan and?
It does not include the bosses, but it does include us.
Yeah.
I can pull the Kodiaks out of there if you want.
Well, we'll just re-roll anytime it hits one of those, because they never die as a result of these die rolls.
Okay.
Good to know.
Those come through gameplay. That's rules as written. All right. I'm going to roll for, if you guys want to start rolling for who died, I'm going to roll for Skarshan's people too.
What do we need to roll to see who died?
So you say there's 156 people, so?
Yeah.
So you roll a D156. So you have to do the coding. If you just click any dice, the code it puts in, then just change the number to 156.
We do one each. Got 6. So I think that's coded. Oh no, that's a chronicler.
Yeah. Myron spores. You got to recruit more chroniclers.
Another Ricky. Rabbit Ricky. It's a bad time for Rickies in the Ark.
Uh, 140. Oh. Oh yeah, another rabbit. Rabbit's gone.
Another rabbit. Another Ricky.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'll let you do the, yeah. I think you're the one doing that.
Oh, I noticed it as soon as I hit paste. I was like, wait, oh.
Yeah, that's my bad. Now we lost Lynette, a pyro. And we need one more.
Okay.
The maximum. Final day of summer.
That is Oskarshan's roll for him and his people, so only 1 success for the tribunal. Still 8 remaining. So another one of Maximon's people. All right.
Yeah, acid spit.
Oh, I never saw you updated this. You got a list for the dead and or murdered. Man, that's a lot since we've been playing.
Yeah. We definitely are racing against the clock.
Your army deplenishes one by one.
I'm impressed that we haven't actually rolled a Kodiak. I know we'd be re-rolling, but
Yeah,
fate has been kind.
yes it has. Cool. All right. Well, that's a wrap.